Okay, so introduction video to the 2019 Dai Komyo Sai, right? Dai Komyo means the great light, right? And we always have it in the month of June. And in June is also, for some of you guys to keep up with Mother Nature, it's also the summer solstice. So the light coming back, it's into the going into the summer and that sort of thing. The great thing about the Dai Komyo Sai is that every year we get an opportunity for those who really are focused to come in. And everyone sitting here today had to have been focused to a certain point. Because if you wasn't focused and you didn't want it, you wouldn't be sitting here in 100-degree weather wearing black outfits, sweating your ass off, just trying to find a little piece of balance in your life. That's a fact. So every one of you guys, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, right? Because there's not a lot of people that do this anymore. There is not a street in Kansas City we're not going to go down and you're going to see kids self-defense and karate this and MMA that and boxing this. There is not one strip mall in the whole damn city that has any type of advertisement for history and tradition and survival. You know, how to balance yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, how to take care of yourself. There's no advertisement for that ever. You don't see it on YouTube, you don't see it on any social media. It's never on any commercial. The only place you get that is places like this, and no one wants to do it anymore. You know what I mean? Everyone thinks that you can get all this information with our cell phones, right? Like all this information right here. The problem today is that we have more people with all this knowledge and no wisdom. And there is a difference between knowledge and wisdom. And only the dumbasses with all the knowledge and no wisdom don't understand that. You know what I mean? It's like they feel like knowledge is power. But if you don't have any skills, it's useless. Knowledge isn't power if you don't know how to use it. It's useless. So the thing that I think the great thing about training at these events is it's not just classical of taking shuko and climbing or whatever, but we also focus on practical and finding that sense of balance. Using the martial arts to find balance, I think, is a very important thing. When you look at the media, and I'm going to take a shot at the media, although I'm very pro media, I love the fact that people can tune into different news channels and get a totally different perspective of the same exact thing. One person says this, and you have 5 or 6 different news channels giving you their take on what that was, regardless of their view, and regardless of their political standpoint. I think that's a good thing. Like the world that we live in is it's driven by money and greed, and it's not driven by helping others and helping people learn how to survive. And that's why this group isn't ever going to be huge, because what we do doesn't really fit in the world that we live in. You know what I mean? I bust my ass every day to get more and more people interested in what we do with the traditional martial arts. And it's not that I ain't busting my ass, and ain't that they ain't seeing me. Shit, this month alone, my YouTube channel has over 10 million views. 10 million views on my channel. People know who I am. They've seen my stuff. They're just not interested in traditional martial arts. You know what I mean? So the only way we can reach out and help people is to do that. The word samurai means to serve. And regardless of what stance you take on ninja, the reality is with our school, right? Ninja are samurai. And samurai means to serve. And I think for us, if we just take a little bit of time to really dedicate ourselves to the art and master something and be part of something and then try to find ways to help others, that's how it's going to get back into the community. You know what I mean? If we go back 100 years back, I can bet you that so-and-so learned how to plant those seeds or harvest those plants or make that soup or whatever they were doing to survive, right? Whether it was eggs and chickens and pigs or whatever. So-and-so taught someone something. And then by doing that, they learned a skill set. And then they taught somebody. And then so-and-so taught somebody. And that reaching out and that service to others, that being nice and kind and not being hateful and no, you don't believe what I believe, so get the fuck out. Or no, you wear a certain kind of shoes, or you're a certain kind of religion, or you're straight or gay or whatever, right? None of that crap. 100 years ago, they just helped somebody. And then when they helped somebody, everybody from that point on, that person learned how to shuck corn. And then they taught their kids, and that person learned how to grow corn, and that person learned how to make this soup, and that person learned how to do this or make bread. And that constant extending out and helping people is what it truly is about. That's one side of it. The other side of it is you want to have the skill set to be able to protect the ones that you love. Right? That goes without question. But that's what it means, and so many people get away from that, right? How many times have you guys seen, then we're going to talk about a modern way of self-defense. I was talking about this with some students in the Hambu the other day. How many of you guys seen those concealed carry classes and they say self-defense, concealed carry? You guys all seen that, haven't you?
Yeah.
You guys know where I stand with the 21-foot rule, right? Okay. I've made videos about it. There isn't anybody in here that can be reactive enough if someone has pulled a gun on you and they've got it on your head and they say, hey, give me your wallet, purse, car, whatever. None of you guys are going to be quick enough to pull a concealed weapon, cock, aim, and shoot before they can pull the trigger. All they got to do is this. And you are going to be the fucking Flash, and you're going to lift up your shirt, pull out your gun from your britches, cock, aim, and shoot, all faster than the person that's already in position to kill you to do this. And if you think you can do that, you don't need to be here. Because I don't really want to teach stupid people how to do the things I'm doing either. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing, I'm not going to argue the effectiveness of a firearm and how the gun is the most powerful weapon in the world for protection and that sort of thing. I get it, but defensive skills are not the same as protecting skills. Those are not the same thing, right? You'll see where I'm going at. Now, how many times you guys see self-defense concealed carry class? You guys have all seen it, haven't you? It's absolute horseshit. Not only are they lying to you about the reactive time, they're also lying to you about the reality of it. If I told you I want you to play basketball, you want to learn how to play basketball, right? So you come in and I say, we're going to show you how to play basketball, but the only thing I teach you how to do is shoot. I don't teach you how to dribble. I don't teach you how to pass. We don't put you in any drills where you got someone trying to defend against you, pick and roll, three-point shot with someone in your face. The only thing you do is get on the free throw line and shoot a ball. That's it. You don't learn the rules of the game. You don't learn what timeouts are. You don't learn what fouls are. You don't know what a penalty shot is. You don't know any of that. You just know how to shoot a ball. That's it. You know how to grab a ball and shoot a ball. And then I give you a certificate that says you know how to shoot a ball. So the next week, you decide to sign up for the basketball tournament. You get thrown into the game. Don't know how to dribble, don't know how to pass, don't know how to play defense, don't know how to shoot a three-pointer with someone guarding you, don't know how to run a play. How good at shooting that ball are you going to be in the game? You're not. So whether you can carry a concealed weapon is one thing, legally, but if you don't know anything about self-defense, if you don't know anything about what the true threats are, where the threats are going to be, how they're going to attack you, how a predator thinks, what's the law in the state that you reside, what you can and can't do from a reactionary perspective, if you don't understand that, that gun doesn't fucking work. Because you're not going to use it. You can't. But again, here we are trying to reach out to the world to teach them. Right? But more people will sign up for that class and think that that's what's going to protect them. And it's just simply not. Right? So we're going to start, the idea today is to think about the concepts of understanding historical teachings. How does that fit in our life? How can we utilize it for ourselves and to protect others? Because it's kind of like police or whatever. In the military, we have people here that are police, we have people here that are military. The military protects our country. The police department serves and protects. Today, the first day, what we're going to do is focus on traditional martial arts and how these principles and philosophies are taught and why. And then day two, we're going to look at the modern concepts and look at the Gendai Henka Waza and how we can apply those ancient principles and techniques to today. Principles do not change. Technology changes. The way that they fought with a knife 500 years ago is the same way you're going to fight with a knife now. That absolutely does not change. Principles don't change. The techniques will change only because technology changes. Right? We're not running around barefoot in straw sandals in the modern day. So our kamae can be much different. The way we fight and move can be different because we're wearing rubber-soled shoes, form-fitting clothing. Right?